The one thing I'm telling other managers right now is to try Monday.com. Monday.com is a platform to run everything your company does. I can see the whole quarter laid out in front of me, and then zoom into a specific part of the quarter and see what's really happening. The one thing I'm telling other managers right now is to try Monday.com. Monday.com is a platform to run everything your company does. I can see the whole quarter laid out in front of me, and then zoom into a specific part of the quarter and see what's really happening.
I'm a little nervous tonight. I want things to be right. Nice hat. Pull down over your face. It's a very important night. Be busy. Do something. Come on, dummy. Come on. Now, it's time. Live and in living color. The greatest world's heavyweight champion in the history of this great sport. And it's my pleasure to introduce...
It's Sunday night, and the week's been rough. Maybe you didn't catch up on all your wrestling stuff. Welcome to a show you can trust, with Nathan has skill pumps and Giandra LaBeouf. Illuminerdi wrestling order, keeping up with everything wrestling every week, kinda sorta. If you missed it, we got you. We might have missed it too. So let's talk through the stuff we did get to. Down under like a didgeridoo, but aim at the top spot. Power Rangers show, we looking at you. It's all the same Illuminerdi crew, but our show is COVID sick. Y'all, seasonal flu. We've been through a producer or two. Now Shay's riding with us and he's stuck like glue. We all are rated with curse words, weed, liquor, and brew. But we ask Joe for forgiveness, not permission. I thought that you knew. Hey, is this gonna get me in trouble, man?
Shit, hold on, my carpet's on fire. Hold on.
That's a great way to start the show.
Hold on. Whoa!
Oh, this is gold. Hello! It's Sunday. Welcome to the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order. Nate's having a coughing fit, and his carpet's on fire, much like our show. Well,
fucking Jesus Christ.
That's been the week in pro wrestling. Follow the Illuminerdi on all social media. Woo, buddy.
Nice. All right.
You all right?
Here we are.
You all right?
Kinda.
Is your carpet still on fire?
No, I stomped it out with my feet, Fred Flintstone style.
Oh, barefoot carpet fire, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
How we do it here. The Wendy to our lost boys is not able to make it this evening. Once again, she has real work that pays her to do. And we can't hate on them. We can't hate that.
Yes.
Pumps, how are you, sir?
Oh, just living the dream here in Aaron Rodgers' new home of Nashville, Tennessee. First and foremost, shouts to the chat. Chris Haskell checking in, and Frank.
Frank Bando,
Bandana.
Yeah, that's my boy. We're both Clipper fans. And
hey.
Toy collectors, and he's a huge gamer as well.
Bucks
Frank.
and 6, baby.
Yeah.
At last check, the Bucks were up on the Clippers by 20 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't think our new guys are playing tonight.
Well, ain't that about a bitch?
Yeah.
Anyway.
This isn't about the NBA.
Yes.
That's where you're supposed
What are we doing?
I thought we were we were rolling there for a second. I thought we had the chemistry going.
I ruin everything.
This motherfucker says Bucks and 6 drinking out of a Knicks cup.
This cup has been with me in 2 states.
Oh, you used to live in New York.
I did. I used to live in Queens.
Right.
One time, I took the 7 train to the N, all the way to the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, and brought the wrong tickets, so I couldn't get into the game.
That sucks. That happened to me with Prince once.
Yeah, that was the game that Carmelo came back to the Knicks. Great game to not get into.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
How about you, Nate? How was your week?
It was all right. Not
looks
a whole lot.
Looks like you hit a lick behind you.
Yeah, I did. I got a what? I don't know what side it's on. That side. New Ninja Turtle toy I found in the wild. It's very difficult to find toys in the wild here in Los Angeles because it's Los Angeles, and they don't last on the shelves very often. And that one happened to slip past some people and into my little fingers. So shout out to the Manhattan Beach Target.
Don't give up your hunting grounds, dude.
Oh, that's well. It's Manhattan Beach, bro.
No. Chris, the N train is a real train. Don't start. We're gonna get into that later.
All right.
The N runs from Queens to Manhattan and out.
Where should we start?
Man, it's been an interesting week outside of the ring. Inside of the ring, not so much.
Also, is just to keep it fair.
Yeah, fair and balanced
on the channel. Yeah, is our graphic suggesting that there's even a remote possibility that Shane McMahon goes to AEW adjacent to the Illuminerdi wrestling beat reporter saying that there was going to be New Japan stars coming to the Royal Rumble, knowing goddamn well that's not going to happen.
Well, that's the problem. Is he had no idea.
But is there any chance that Shane's going to AEW?
I mean, yeah, there's a chance the moon could collide into the earth, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Same, could you say the same thing about that kid that wrote the article that you fucking toasted the other week?
I mean,
we just did the same fucking thing.
I didn't.
I'm just saying. I just wanted to be fair and transparent.
I don't think that's very fair. I'm not the one who said it.
But then your name is on the show, sir.
Where? Is my name Wrestling or Order?
It's a Luma.
Oh.
It's a Lumi. I'm
gotcha.
a Lumi. You're a Lumi. I'm Nerdy, and Jay's Wrestling Order.
Gotcha.
Because her name is 2 syllables.
She is absolutely the order of this show.
It's true. It's very true.
As we've clearly demonstrated in the first 10 minutes.
So we might as well start with the Shane McMahon thing.
Yes.
Shane McMahon apparently was a nuisance backstage at the Royal Rumble.
Causing all that mess.
All kinds of mess. Now, what confused me about the story was people were trying to report. Now, I only put 50% of belief into anything reported by a news like the Observer and shit like that. They do tend to embellish. Was it insinuating that he was trying to book the whole Royal Rumble around himself?
Yes.
Why would he have that sort of power whatsoever?
Because he was producing the segment. Men's and women's. He produced
Vince
both.
McMahon produced. Oh, I don't understand. I thought everything goes through Vince.
Vince focuses on like the big pictures, like Roman, and this is who I want to win. I don't care how we get there.
Gotcha.
So
that seems, I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't care how we get there. That doesn't. Of course, he's got to care somewhat about how they get there.
I mean, apparently not.
Yeah. So Shane McMahon, after causing a ruckus backstage in St. Louis, was unceremoniously let go. Released, if you will.
Absolutely released.
It's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, no, he did such a good job and ingratiated himself so well to the roster that they promptly let him go.
Now, he doesn't sit on any boards for them, right?
No.
He's obviously a huge shareholder.
I mean, he might have sold a bunch of it though, because
he was trying to get that Chinese wrestling off or Japan wrestling off.
Yeah, he was trying to do some overseas stuff, and he's had some other business ventures. So I imagine, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have. I would assume he doesn't still have voting shares in the company.
if Shane McMahon comes out on AEW television, which there's no chance it's happening,
butt naked. I'll do the show butt naked.
Like you're basically saying I don't want any part of the inheritance.
Well, the other thing now is Reddit.
Or is Vince like, get your money, dog? Like is it like, take him out from the inside, son?
Yeah, he's gonna inject it with a lethal dose of poison.
This is a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, Reddit has the world convinced that Triple H is going to be on Dynamite this week.
Oh my God. There's a better chance that Shane comes out on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Because Triple H is trying to get that inheritance, dog.
It's ridiculous. But yeah. I don't know.
So let's just ruling out Shane McMahon showing up on AEW, like
I'd say that's pretty easy.
Erroneously named this episode.
Yeah.
What else? What does he do then? Nothing. He just steps away from wrestling, assuming he's not gonna step out on AEW.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need the money.
No, of course.
So I mean, the hell?
Sorry, I was scratching something because your answer was so fucking engaging.
Oh, well, I thought there was a tin can tornado outside my head, so I was a bit taken aback. I apologize.
There's rain on my tin roof.
Yeah, like a cow pissing on a flat rock.
Stain on my new suit. There's a fire in my damn suit.
I loved that song. That was phenomenal.
I appreciate that.
It's a shame that collab didn't
fizzled out.
Yeah.
Too bad we had to fucking Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels it.
Yep. It was barbershop window panes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Shane steps away. I think he's embarrassed. I think he's done with professional wrestling. I think this is the last we've seen of Shane McMahon for a while until he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, the chance of a McMahon being anywhere but World Wrestling Entertainment, I mean, no, it's just...
Agree.
Yeah. Because they would sue. I mean, they would have to sue because they would claim that, Shane is too deep in the weeds on the inner workings of their business, and they'd sue. It would never happen.
Yeah.
And he's probably got a non-compete.
Sure, I would assume so.
Like you can't work anywhere else non-compete, not a,
right.
Not a 90-day.
Is it Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle was backstage at the Rumble, apparently.
I don't think it's him either.
I'm just
throwing out what the ridiculous internet is speculating.
Yeah, I mean, look. Could it be Kurt Angle? Yeah, I guess it could. But I mean,
I think it's not. I think it's not going to be as impressive as everyone thinks it's going to be.
Yeah, the one big impressive signing they had, they just teased it for 6 months and didn't announce it because the last time they hyped something up, it was Christian Cage.
Right. Who were you referring to?
CM Punk.
Where they tease. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I like the interactive fan poll, Shay. That's good stuff. One vote, me. No.
Well, we have the interactive fan poll. Fuck. Yeah. Jay's missing a first in the show.
Yeah. Well. I mean, there's 9 people in the chat. We got to make it work.
Yeah. I want an interactive fan poll over under Nate coughing fits. Each show 3.
Well, if you had 2, you look like your shit's coming in, baby.
Okay, the bet's coming in. Yeah. So, who do you have an idea who you think old Tony Khan's talking about this week for Dynamite?
Well, a bunch of people's 90 days have just run out. Your Keith Lee's, Karrion Kross.
He just got married.
What?
Lee just got married, didn't he?
Yeah, Keith Lee just got married to Mia Yim. Congratulations. Nate didn't know who Mia Yim was 3 weeks ago. You snapped your head like you had a comment, so I was just waiting.
You know what? I was probably gonna get canceled because I was gonna maybe, yeah. So continue.
That's fine. No, I was just waiting for the return salvo. So,
I was gonna do a play on words that I left on the table.
That's probably the best idea you've had all night. So yeah, I mean, the way the tweet was worded was they could slam the forbidden door in their current company's face. Well, that leads you to believe Ring of Honor. Right. I mean, a bunch of Ring of Honor guys have shown up on Impact. They do have a working relationship half-assed with Impact, so I don't think it's going to be Taven and those boys. There's not too many big stars left from Ring of Honor unless it's Dalton Castle, which is a possibility. AEW is here in Nashville in 2 weeks. I don't know.
All right, well,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't really know either. I'm just not looking forward to it because I don't think it's going to be that earth-shattering.
It's got to be somebody, a needle mover, if you will,
sure.
Daddy.
To take a slogan from the Tribal Chiefs T-shirt collection, needle mover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I don't know, chat. Since there's so many of you, what do you think? Who's it going to be? Is it Kota Ibushi? Is he going to be in the Royal Rumble?
Oh, look at you. AEW Dynamite this week from Chicago.
Yes.
We kicked off the show with Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta. And that is because Brian Kendrick
boy,
got in a little trouble.
Just a little bit of trouble. Do you want to get into the trouble, or do you want to save that for later?
Well, I mean, we might as well. It's, you're probably gonna know because you're the legal expert on the show. You're our gumshoe journalist,
legal beagle, private dick, if you will.
What did Brian Kendrick say a few years back that got him in trouble in 2022, my friend?
Well, in a shoot video, and this is just a selection of things that I pulled. Firm believer in the Illuminati, not the Illuminerdi. I mean, I believe in the Illuminerdi, obviously. Which obviously The Rock is connected to because of his Brahma Bull tattoo. The Skull and Bones Society is very deep into the belief of that they are also a breeding ground for future Illuminati members. 9/11.
He does wear a skull and bones on his jacket.
This is true. Yeah, 9/11 was caused by chemtrails and a HARP event manipulating same. That's why the papers coming out of the building weren't on fire. It was a controlled weather event. The original, or not original, but the Timothy McVeigh, I believe, Oklahoma City bombing was a false flag attack perpetrated by the United States government. As a New Englander, I'm just going to preface this with these are the comments of a crackpot conspiracy theorist. These are not mine. I've spent much time in Connecticut, and I think these views are deplorable.
Did he also say that Sandy Hook was crisis actors? My
next thing was that Sandy Hook was a work in an effort to take all of our guns away.
Right.
Apparently the moon is hollow, and it's a
and made of cheese.
It's an alien space station.
Now I can get on board with that. I watched a lot of stuff about moon bases this afternoon. Well, apparently you guys share some views. Not you guys, no. Those guys. Nathan Heskill does not share the views of one Brian Kendrick. As a close personal friend, I will co-sign. Also, he said that the numbers of the Holocaust were overblown. And he believes that reptilians Whoa, yeah.
Reptilians live in the mountains, and he is at one point in time gone looking for our reptilian overlords.
That was literally the plot of Iron Sky 2 that I watched today about reptilians living in the center of the earth.
Yeah.
And it was, I thought it was documentary at first.
I mean, yeah, that was my first thought. Nazis on the moon? Well, that's where we should have been looking. Not in the red states. That's not where they are. They're on the moon.
My favorite parts of this, if you like silly sci-fi, like kind of like Mars Attacks, I guess would be kind of what I would, or like a Naked Gun kind of sci-fi with how kind of absurd it is, but also really, really well made. I think the CGI is great. Iron Sky and Iron Sky 2, it's about Nazis on the moon. But one of my favorite little subplots of it is that the Nazis went there in 1945, so all their tech is from the 40s.
Yeah, it's like steampunky and
yeah. So like
Nixon tubes and stuff.
Their computer's like a giant wall thing. They're using phonographs and shit.
Yeah.
But somehow they also have functional flying spacecrafts and have been able to change the atmosphere so they can breathe without helmets on.
Yeah.
Fucking genius. Iron Sky 1 and 2 on Amazon Prime. That is the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order sponsor of the week.
Yes.
All right. That's why Brian Kendrick was pulled from this card after being promoted that he was going to make his AEW debut.
Yes, and apparently now he's saying that he didn't mean those things and he was just working a gimmick, which, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. I always walk it back. Like,
yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that shit.
Yeah, no, it was forever ago. I was just working a gimmick, brother. So, yeah, Moxley wrestled Wheeler Yuta instead.
And it was meh, but...
Yeah, it was meh.
The end, the promo with Mox and Daniel Bryan, I thought was fucking great.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's got some good skills on the mic. Imagine that.
But I think that I like the way they're going. They're like the older dudes that are like, you know what I mean? Like still top guys, you know? Yeah. I Daniel Bryan is doing some phenomenal work this last year.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that more people aren't watching the product to see the work he's doing each week, I feel.
I think consistently they've gotten the most views that they've had, though. You know what I mean? Because before Punk and Danielson, it was, 6, 7, 8-ish, and now it's hovering right around 1 million. So I mean,
right?
I think that's pretty good. I mean, I wish I could show up somewhere and 200,000 people would want to see it.
I wish I could show up somewhere and 25 people would consistently pay to see it.
Well, that's true. As our producer walks off.
Yeah. Next, we had a painful segment with Brandy Rhodes. Who, buddy?
I couldn't.
You didn't stick through it?
I fast forward. I can't.
Oh, Pumps, you missed some of the most amazing bad promo segment. Like, why do I always forget the guy's fucking name? The Lambert, Dan Lambert.
Yes.
Saved the segment and was hilarious.
Really?
As always. I think Dan Lambert's fucking funny.
Yeah.
The whole crowd, every time Brandy would talk, the whole crowd was chanting, "Shut the fuck up."
Well, it's Chicago. Yeah.
And she was trying to like lead into it, and then she would start talking again, and they would do it again, and then she would like, "Are you done yet?" And then she would try to get her zinger in that she was trying to get through the whole time, and then it just fell flat, and it was silent, and I felt so bad for her.
I mean, at this point, she's tried and tried and tried. It just doesn't work.
Well, no. People are just, you know how people are booing Cody for no reason? She just needs to know that that's what's going to happen to her now because they're a team.
There's a reason. She's bad.
I know, but there's also because she's attached to Cody. And they're giving Cody the fucking Roman treatment right now.
I would say it's 25% by proxy Cody. 75% you're bad.
Right. Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, but I think the numbers are a bit... She's earned that.
Sure.
In my humble opinion. But I do... I would like to see the girl, the blonde lady that came out at the end. I did rewind it when she came out because she kind of jumps off the screen. She's got a presence about her. So I mean, God bless her if she can. You mean? What's that? Yes, Paige Van Zandt. Her name was escaping me, and I didn't want to.
You don't want.
I mean, she's got a presence.
Make a name like I do every time a name escapes me, like Cindy Starfall, or
I mean that's got to be our go-to for And Cindy Starfall came out and did the Zabada.
Yeah. Khan.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? The black dude that I kept.
Littler dude. Oh God, I know.
Leon Ruff.
Leon Ruff. Exactly.
Next.
Yes.
We had a tag team grudge match. Brody King and Malachi Black, the Knights of the Black Throne, which they couldn't decide if they were the Knights of the Black Throne or the Kings of the Black Throne because the announcer said one thing, the graphics said another.
It was a little disjointed in the presentation.
Facing Death Triangle with the bastard Pac and the one of the Lucha Bros that's not hurt, Penta,
El Ciero Mero.
Yes. And I thought the thing with bringing Pac out blind was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It worked for me. Now, you know what would have worked for me even more?
Uh-oh. Jake the Snake Roberts, Rick Martel?
Yeah, no. But that was cool because they paid homage to that. Jim Ross was like, I've only seen a match with a blind man one other time in history or some shit like that, which I thought was cool.
I thought he followed up with, and I didn't like it.
He might have. That sounds like something Red Ass JR would say right now. I'm with it.
He is so checked out.
I love him. JR sounds like a high version of JR just yelling shit. Like
just old man yelling at clouds.
Yeah, I'm for it. Never retire, Jim.
Please retire soon.
I think that they should have had Pac join the House of Black and been like their blind fucking wizard fucking character guy.
Now he's a wizard.
Yeah.
All right.
You know if this was like a fucking, you know what else I watched a lot of today?
Oh boy.
What's that new cartoon on Amazon? Vox Machina?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's fucking amazing. Watch it.
Okay.
Vox Machina. It's an R-rated version of like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of, where it's like a group, like there's like a Biv guy, a troll, fucking 2 elves, and they're like a mercenary team, but it's really funny and they curse and it's got a really good story. And I guess it was based off of during the pandemic.
Oh, is that Joe Manganiello's D&D group?
Yes, they got together and then
Jay's saying no.
Oh, no, okay.
Well,
it's
clearly we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Have you seen it, Shay? Did you like it? You did. All right. That's a win.
Oh.
Shay doesn't like fucking anything. So you should watch it. Anyway, because they have the medieval fucking Viking kind of thing going. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the fucking big dude Brody King is like the fucking the
mountain or whatever.
The mountain, exactly. God damn it, Pumps. We're right here today, buddy. We're locking it in. And then Aleister Black is the fucking evil king. And then if you had Pac, who's like smaller with long hair and like blind with like a staff, homie, that was just like good visual. You know what I mean? And then he gets in the ring and he still kicks ass. But like, I don't know. They got a fucking guy in a dinosaur mask for fuck's sake. My wizard idea is not bad.
I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I'm just saying it's a pretty hard transition to go from
you don't
blind.
Have to call him a wizard, bro. You know, he's still Puck, but he gives that look, like the long hair in his face with he's blind. He's got a staff. You got to have the staff, Pumps. A wooden staff sells it.
So he presents as a wizard. Is that what you're saying? How very progressive.
Or a wizard dress, whatever, bro. Whatever your wizard pronoun is.
Whatever your wizard pronouns are. I go by they wizard.
Thy.
Oh, yes. Damn it.
So Pac, back to the match. Pac removes the blindfold after doing a couple spots in the blindfold, which I have to believe he could still see through it because he did some pretty timing spots that if he really did that blind would be very impressive.
He would be a wizard.
Staff. You got to have the staff.
Gotta have the staff.
Imagine that visual. Big ass Brody King. It's like a goddamn cellular phone bar thing. You got little Pac in the front with a staff. You got Malachi Black behind him in the fucking antler head. Then you got big ass Brody King behind him, and they're all gothic and tatted looking. This is a fucking great idea.
We're just booking it for Tony Khan. Here you go, bud.
I'm telling you. I want a poll in the chat. Is that a good idea? All right. Sorry. This is why we need Jay, because then I go off on rants about wizards. It was a good match. I like Brody King and Malachi Black. Now, are they going to make a run at the titles, or are they just gonna be this badass tag team that like never really gets? Because these guys would fuck the Young Bucks up. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like.
Well, here's the rub: the Young Bucks don't have the titles.
I didn't say they did. My point is that with them, like the Young Bucks can wrestle dudes like the stupid Best Friends and like those kind of acts. I feel like, but I feel like if they put, even like maybe Red Dragon and Brody King and Malachi would be a good match.
Have we even seen Red Dragon since they signed? Like what is happening?
Yeah, they were on the show this week. Or were they not? No. Maybe they weren't. I don't know.
Who knows?
But I really think that these guys are dope, and they should give them a run at the titles and not just have them wrestle meaningless tag matches all the time.
Well, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy have to get through the Ass Boys this coming week.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Those guys would fuck up all of these acts.
They would.
In you know what I mean? I just, in theory, whatever. But
I mean, even just by the look of them, if you the match graphic, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Aleister Black and Brody King.
Yeah.
Okay. What are they going to do after the 3-second beatdown?
And that wizard pack.
And that was thy wizard. Wizard.
Thy wizard pack. Thy bastard wizard pack.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Their finisher's called Dante's Inferno. I thought that was cool.
Yep.
And the House Knights of Black win. We got an Adam Cole promo. I'm undefeated. Blah 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 blah.
That was Rampage, wasn't it?
No, I'm here. No, there was a promo backstage on Dynamite.
Oh, okay. The backstage promo. Sorry.
Yeah. Next we had Nyla Rose versus Ruby Soho. Didn't watch it.
The dude from Rancid was in the front row.
Oh, I did see that, and then I fast forwarded.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Of course I did. It's women's wrestling. I somehow have to watch it.
Was it? Was it good?
No. I mean, Ruby.
Because Nyla is a man.
So the next match was no, it wasn't good because Nyla Rose is not good. She went from the indies to mainstream cable television, and She doesn't.
She went from a doctor's office, indies.
Technically, she transitioned while still wrestling.
I got nothing against any of that. I just don't think she should be wrestling in the women's division. That's all. That's it.
It's not my company. I don't make those decisions, and I don't.
Well, if it was my company, you know the decision I'd be making, Pumps?
What's that, buddy?
Pac would be a wizard with a staff, and he would have a blindfold, and his hair would be in front, and he would lead them to the ring.
Yeah. Would there be a lantern on his wizard staff?
No.
Or would the gem would light up then?
No. I mean, if we're just going to go standard wizard. We don't want to get too crazy.
Standard we don't want to go wild here.
Gandalf staff. Pac-Dolph.
Poor Chris is so confused between the Ass Boys and... We love you, Chris. The Ass Boys are Billy Gunn, a.k.a. Mr. Ass.
Yeah.
They're his two sons. So Danhausen coined the phrase the Ass Boys. And it has taken off because everything Danhausen touches is money.
Oh, don't put Danhausen in the House of Black. He's already playing like a weird wizard character anyway. Please don't.
Danhausen can curse people.
I don't get it. Okay.
You have my Ring of Honor login.
I know.
Danhausen.
I watched a promo of him, and it doesn't do it for me. I don't. Danhausen doesn't. Who's talking about Danhausen? I saw the whole spick. It doesn't do it for me. We'll see. All right. Next, we have the championship match that nobody seems to give a shit about, and they bury it in the middle of the card every week because it's the Hangman's not at the main event segments.
No,
that's what I'm saying. So I have a what's it called? Parallel. Okay. Who was Hangman's won the title from from Kenny Omega.
Kenny.
Then he had Daniel Bryan.
Correct.
Right?
Twice.
Now he's got twice. Now he's got
Lance Archer.
Murder Hawk Man, right?
Murder Hawk Crooked Braids.
Murder Hawk Crooked Braids. Is Murder Hawk Crooked Braids Dude Love to Steve? Wasn't Dude Love like Steve Austin, one of Steve Austin's first programs after winning the title? By that I mean
possibly.
By that I mean a good worker, but also somebody nobody thinks can really win the title. Like, no one thinks Murder Hawk is winning the AEW championship, bro. That's just not happening.
Not.
Right? No. That's what I mean. But you don't really care because it's going to be a good match. Well, but it's just kind of a whatever program to get Hangman better to move forward. Does that make sense? Like, as a champion, like...
Yeah, honestly, the first thing that jumped out to me was when Billy Kidman wrestled Hulk Hogan in the main event, or the New Blood Rising days.
Yeah.
But I was also a WCW loyalist to the death. Yeah, I mean, he's...
to me that you hate WWF, but sat through late 1999 WCW.
You have to understand where I was at in life. In small town Rhode Island. No, listen. Listen, this is going to make sense. Stop making weird parallels. No. For 19 years, all we had was WWF. All of a sudden, in 1996, we get satellite TV, and I have Extreme Championship Wrestling and Monday Nitro. The last thing I wanted to watch was TL Hopper and the Goon Throwdown on the other channel.
Right.
So, yes.
So then what happened in 98 and 99 when the WWE was fucking crushing it and WCW was a fucking dumpster fire? You still couldn't appreciate...
These colors don't run, baby.
Fair enough. I mean, listen.
These colors don't run.
Hey, listen, if you were more interested in The Wall versus fucking
absolutely
Bam
Van Hammer.
Van Hammer.
Van Hammer in The Wall. Absolutely.
As opposed to, fucking The Rock and Kurt Angle.
Yep.
More power to you, bro.
You were watching Jericho debut, and I was getting Viano 6 versus Cyclope. Oh, yeah.
WCW was still doing shows with, like, the swimming pool around the outside at that Club La Villa.
Club La Villa, baby. Hosted by Ricky Rackman or something like that. Bro, I don't know.
If Chalkline came out with Club La Villa fucking jackets.
Oh my God, Pastamania, brother.
Dick. You hear us, Chalkline?
Yeah, Chalkline. We're giving you just gold here.
All right. Next up. Okay, so anyway, sorry. So Adam Page and Murder Hawk have a little showdown there where Murder Hawk gives him a couple sick moves. Little reverse outsider's edge through a table and onto some steps, which actually looked like it hurt. Can we talk about Jake Roberts' outfit for a second?
Was he in the jersey or was that just backstage?
I think that was just backstage, but out there he had the 1 million Marlboro points style leather jacket.
Oh yeah. Sweating like an animal.
Again, jeans that just they don't seem to fit right, and like the most ugly dad New Balances you've ever seen in your life. And it's like, can somebody just go, Jake, can we just wear some cowboy boots, bro? Like, it literally looked like they got him off of a recliner and he threw that leather jacket on and came out and he says 6 words, brother. And they didn't get the timing right. Did you see this?
Oh yeah, he was yelling over him.
Yeah, where they couldn't figure out. He was like, "Hey, little boy," and I'm just like, "Oh, Jake."
I mean,
I'm glad you got a job, brother, but
I don't. He's just not making a good case for DDP Yoga looking like that, man. Woof. Like, I saw Jake Roberts. We hung out over a weekend. Not hung out, but we were at the same convention over a weekend a few years back. I want to say it was like 2017. He looked better when he was on the sauce, man.
Right.
He did not look like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Back then. And that was not that long ago.
Yeah, they just should have put him on TV. Like, just have him in the back. Like, that's dope. Like, they just pushed him because he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't, like, he did it first, but now he doesn't do anything. So,
I feel bad for him. I mean, good for him for getting a job, but woof. This is not made for TV.
Right. I agree. All right. Next, we had Chris Jericho backstage segment.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It seems like they're blowing up the inner circle here.
Yeah, and attendance is mandatory.
Yeah, so he's making them have a meeting, and
who cares?
Now we have a match.
Jericho can stay in AEW.
Yeah.
Hager needs to go. Proud and Powerful need to go do their own thing. And Sami needs to go do his own thing.
Sammy's already doing his own thing. I don't even really equate Sami with the inner circle now at all. Unless
but he came out in the inner circle leather jacket, and Jericho was putting him over on Rampage.
I guess
so
you're right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Then we had a main event that went almost 40 minutes, right?
Good God.
You didn't like this?
The internet loved it. I was just indifferent.
Okay, tell us about it. MJF versus CM Punk in Chicago, first time ever. Tell us about it, Pumps.
First of all, I can't believe they gave this away for free. After watching the match, I probably would have been pissed if I had paid for it. The problem with doing a match like this is advertising it as the main event and starting it at 9 o'clock or whatever time zone it was, whatever it was on in your time zone. knowing that they had to go close to an hour, and then they pull a false finish 30 minutes, you know what I mean? 30 minutes before the end of the show. It's just, I don't know.
I didn't really look at it like that. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great.
Yeah, but I mean, the internet was very kind to this, and it wasn't bad.
Bro, look, let's he pulled up the Pepsi plunge, okay?
Yeah, it almost blew his ACL out.
True. That's a dangerous move, bro. It doesn't seem dangerous. It doesn't seem dangerous, but it is. It doesn't seem dangerous in the sense of like how, if you know wrestling, like how.
Well, he used to do it the other way.
What?
They would be on the top turnbuckle.
And he would jump backwards?
He would pull back, yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's the real Pepsi plunge.
That seems
in
really
my
dangerous.
opinion.
Right.
Yeah, because he's jumping back blind.
Right.
And they're chin tucked, looking at their belly button.
Yeah.
Hoping it lands right.
Right.
So.
I mean, it's hard not to like this match in today's current wrestling climate.
Yeah, no, it wasn't awful.
It's you're getting MJF, you're getting MJF and CM Punk on a fucking Wednesday night, and it's not going to be a schmoz. You're going to get 40 minutes of them fucking wrestling. And if this was Hangman and Daniel Bryan, you wouldn't care. If you knew that this was the main event going into the last 40 minutes of the show, you'd be like, great. Or Kenny and whatever, you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like,
I just felt like it dragged.
Gotcha.
And you know, I get why it did, but I don't know.
I was into it.
Yeah, it didn't tickle my taint, as it were.
Right. I got you. All right. MJF beats CM Punk in his hometown.
With the assist from Wardlow.
With the assist from Wardlow, he gave him a diamond ring and he hits him in the forehead, and I don't really know why that knocks somebody out, but apparently it does. Like, just use brass knucks. Like, I get the diamond ring's your gimmick, but like, how is that like just knocking him out?
It's heavy. It's a heavy ring. It's like that Milwaukee Bucks World Championship ring. It's so heavy. So heavy.
All right. Next, we had Friday Night Rampage.
Yes.
We opened the show with Adam Cole versus Dark Order's Evil.
Nate's favorite stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Nobody cares, and Adam Cole wins again. Next, we had TNT.
His promo was good, though.
Who?
Cole's promo at the end. I'm assuming you fast forwarded.
No. The one where he's talking about that he's like the best pro wrestler and everyone forgets about him.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was good. But I don't know.
I know that you hate Evil Uno. I'm not debating that.
No, it's not that. It's like, it's crowded, man. AEW's crowded. And unless you're going to start putting these guys in, like, I think you got to make the TNT championship more important.
Well, Cole's the guy to do it.
That's what I mean. Like, you got to, like, I don't really care that Sammy Guevara is wrestling fucking Isaiah Cassidy or Isaiah Scott or whatever the fuck their names are. Like
Cassidy.
Yeah, yeah. And is there an Isaiah Scott though?
Isaiah Swerve Scott was in WWE.
Gotcha. That's the guy that's gonna come out.
Oh, gotcha.
Or you know what I mean? Like, you know, Sammy Guevara is wrestling, you know, fucking Evil Uno or what? You need to have more that title be more important.
Listen, I don't. But here's the thing.
Listen, if you're gonna be the company that isn't gonna swap the world title around very often, which I'm cool with, I'm down with it. Other titles have to mean more, and right now I don't feel like they do.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, but also the chase has to matter. Sure. Because realistically, right now, I would say there is 6 guys, and 6 might even be a stretch, that you could immediately plug into the world heavyweight championship picture and be like, okay. And that's Punk, Danielson, Moxley, possibly Miro, and Cole. And whatever Kenny's doing.
Right, but but then what do you do with the other 5 guys that you're not going to have chase?
You got to have good programs. You got to
but you got to make that secondary title worth something.
But if the secondary title is going to be its own entity, which it obviously is, it's like
you always cared back in the day who had the IC belt. You always cared back in the day who had, well, for you fucking hillbilly, the U.S. title. Whatever you want to call it.
Listen, Dean Malenko's U.S. title run in 1996 was the stuff of legend.
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
I think he was the TV champ, actually. But
you know what I mean, though. Like,
I do know what you mean, but it's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Spider-Verse, the Sony-verse. They don't, you know what I mean? Like the TNT title is over here.
No, that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does.
No.
Yes, because the TNT guys are over here doing their thing. They're never going to level up. The only one that could do it is Miro.
But that's because they don't fucking make the title worth anything. If Adam Cole went over there and won the fucking TNT strap, and then is strutting around with it in the back with the Elite or whatever, like this is the real fucking working man's fucking belt, like they did with Cena's U.S. title run or whatever. And then, if he's not currently in a program with the current world title, then he's like, this is this next best thing, and it's the more badass. But whatever, however you're gonna spin it. But just letting like young guys flop around with Sami Guevara for the second best belt in your company, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
make a cruiserweight title then. Like there needs to be another belt then, if that's the case.
I mean, I'm not a fan of more belts. I'm just not. I think you have 2 belts per singles division, because then you have a New Japan situation, and I love New Japan, but there's like 9 belts in New Japan.
But nobody's saying that. Look at fucking Shay's towel.
Shay's like, that thing can walk to the washing machine. And it never moves. Ghost producer.
I wish people could see what we're seeing. All right. Anyway. All right. So we had Sami Guevara versus Isaiah Cassidy. Great. It was a really good match. Nobody cares.
Andrade got involved.
Yeah. Like, finally, like, then you're doing something with him at least. But, I don't know.
Poor guy.
QT Marshall is sick of hearing about Hook, and next week he's going to send one of his prize students to wrestle Hook, who is still getting the little Goldberg treatment.
Yep. I'm curious to see who they've got sort of stashed at the factory, or what indie worker they're going to bring, because a lot of the kids from the factory were at Impact when I was there. There might be 1 or 2 they could bring out, but I don't know. I mean, maybe a Zicky Dice could show up. I'm not sure. I think he's full-time Impact now, though. But
I don't know.
Those were words that Nate didn't know what they were. Nope.
Tony Schiavone backstage with Cindy Starfall.
And Nate's favorite former amateur wrestler.
With Chris Statlander and Layla Hirsch blindsides her with a steel chair, and I could care less.
The missus says she was hiding in plain sight because she couldn't see her. She just ducked behind a case because you would never see her over top of it.
Nope.
Which always gets a pop out of me.
If you dressed her, now hold on.
Uh-oh, I'm here for this. We're playing dress up.
Let's see.
Is she joining the Army of Black?
Now I've found somebody shorter than Pac.
Is she the Elf Queen?
To stand in front of Pac. So now we've got
you got
Statlander.
The full.
Yeah, Statlander, that wizard Pac, Malachi in the horns, Brody King in the hood, the Army of Black.
I'm here for it. I'd watch that.
That's a fucking cool stable.
It's not bad.
That's gonna be my stable when AEW's video game comes out.
I like it.
If they make that a thing.
I'm sure they will.
All right, that's the only way Statlander gets to stay on my roster. You either want
our Russian bot is back.
You either want a job, and you have to be part of the House of Black as a weird, short, gothic dwarf queen.
How very McMahon of you. It's good shit, pal.
How very McMahon of you. Well, they're little, so you know.
Give him an elf gimmick. It's such good shit.
All right. We have Thunder Rosa versus Mercedes Martinez, and I watched this match. You want to know why, Pumps? Because these are two good women's wrestlers.
I was going to say because you thought it was Session Moth Martinez.
I know the difference. I know the difference between a Scotsman and a Latina.
She's Irish.
I know the difference between an Irish and a Latina. It was a good match. Now, was this true? Because they made a big deal about it, and I waited to ask you. I didn't want to look it up. Was this really the first ever disqualification on AEW?
First one I can think of.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean,
that's really impressive if you consider how many matches they've had.
Yeah, I don't know if it's... I'm not ready to stake my reputation on it being the first, but it's the first one that springs to mind.
Even if it was the fifth in 2 years. I mean, fuck. That's 100 shows a year.
Yep. Not counting Dark and Dark Elevation that nobody watches. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What?
No, I was thinking about when Matt Hardy wrestled Sami and he smashed his head on the concrete that one time when they fell off the scissor lift, but they didn't stop that match. So,
right.
Yeah. Right. I could have said anything. He wasn't wearing his headphones. But right.
I heard what you said. It was about what's his face hitting his head on the fucking thing. Am I wrong?
I'll stop you when you're wrong.
My man. My fucking bowl is clogged.
Oh, well.
This is what you get on the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order show. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
That's how you know we're not phoning this in.
Never. I would never phone this in. We do it online.
True.
Ew. Dad joke.
All right. Next, we had a match that I thought was really good. And that's Ricky Starks versus Jay Lethal.
Yeah, Jay Lethal's phenomenal.
Jay Lethal is an incredible wrestler.
Yep.
And are they going to try to make the FTW title a real thing? Like, is someone else ever going to win it?
He's the one. I mean, it's got to be somebody. It has to be somebody that can have a program with all three, though. It can't be
because if that's the case, though, you could make the FTW title and we could recognize it as a strap.
Yeah,
and that could be another singles belt, and you just kind of pay an homage to Taz, I guess.
Well, if you're gonna do a belt like that, though, he would always have to be around it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just my thought. Like, I'm drawing a blank. It's fine. I don't know. Like how Ted DiBiase was always around the $1 Million Championship.
Sure. Yeah. Right. And then they gave it to Virgil, and then they tried to make it a real kind of thing, I think. It seemed like for a minute, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I was very interested to see what Teddy Jr. could have done with it, but that was doomed from the start.
Agreed.
The potential of legacy.
I know. All right. I don't think I had any more AEW notes. You?
No, that about summed it up.
I did have one. I had two notes.
Okay, two notes.
Here.
And
shout out to the sign that said "Restore the Snyderverse." That was right on the hard cam. Shout out to that guy. I feel you. Restore the Snyderverse.
Did he? You really do like the Snyderverse. That's true. He did a whole album themed on the.
Yeah.
The Meat Sauce King, Virgil. Did he get canceled? Or
Snyder?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
His kid committed suicide. That's why he had to leave that show.
Yeah, but there was another one that got canceled, but I can't. Whatever.
James Gunn. It was James Gunn.
No. I know about James Gunn, but it was another sci-fi one. Joss Whedon. Yes.
Then I thought it was hilarious that they spent money to put a graphic on television that said Evil Uno is 51 and 28.
Well, when you wrestle on YouTube exclusively, I guess you have to remind people of.
I mean, you're 51 and 20. Do your stats need to be thrown up there if that's the case?
I thought the stats wasn't that their thing? New year, new stats.
That's what I thought. Well, when he wrestled, it said he's 51 and 28 in his AEW career.
Well,
and that sucks. All right.
Sorry, Chris popped me with a comment.
I know. He's writing as a Russian bot. All right. I know you didn't watch any WWE this week.
Absolutely not, but I know Goldberg's back.
And yep, Goldberg is back. And I cannot
wait.
The
Saudis love him, don't they?
Yeah, I think this is his last match under his contract. And I can't wait to see him attempt to spear Roman, catch it, and choke him out and end his career.
End his career.
I don't think he's coming back after this.
If they keep writing him checks, he will.
I think they're gonna realize that this doesn't work. That nobody cares.
He pops a number.
He does?
Yeah.
With who?
Mm-hmm. It's people watch when he shows up. I can't explain it.
I find that hard to believe.
Hey, people watch Fox News. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair going to wrestle at WrestleMania.
Speaking of Fox News.
Goldberg and Roman Reigns are going to wrestle at the Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre, friend of the show, is still stuck in a program with Corbin and Madcap Moss. The Usos, I believe, had a good match this week. Roman had a good promo, as always. That's pretty much the highlight of WWE, and that's really sad. It's really depressing. Okay. Pumps, there was a Ring of Honor Hall of Fame something or other.
Yes. Ring of Honor has announced a couple weeks ago they announced they were doing a Hall of Fame. And this last week they announced their first inductees as the Briscoes. So I think that's absolutely the right choice. There's no denying that. The Briscoes have been there since forever and have never gone anywhere else. Even though they could make a huge money program with FTR right now, but that's a topic for another day. So my question for you, sir, is who would you put in the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame?
Cheeseburger.
Okay. Fantastic. That is not where I was. That's where I should have expected this to go.
My fucking carpet's on fire again. Hold on.
I can't compete with carpet fires, so.
Damn it. Why does that keep happening?
I don't know.
Well. Well.
All right, Jake, let it out.
IP Hawk.
Old Nate the Snake over here.
Well, Shivani. All right. My stroke's gonna pop ratings here in a minute. I'm a fucking blood pressure mover.
That's true.
All right. Samoa Joe. They can get him. They can get CM Punk. They can get Daniel Bryan. I think Seth Rollins is one as well, but they'd never get him.
I see Seth Rollins is a former world champion as Tyler Black, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy. In Ring of Honor.
I'm just naming guys I've seen wrestle in Ring of Honor.
I got you.
You're going to say guys like... Cheeseburger's a fucking lifer, and I got laughed at. The Beer City Bruiser. That's who. Okay? Fucking... hold on. The last real man, Steve Hansen, or what's his name?
Silas Young.
Silas Young. Yeah. The last real man, Silas Young. Hold on, man.
Oh, I've got nowhere else to be. You've had my undivided attention, sir.
Dalton Castle.
Okay. I think he's class 2. I don't think he's first ballot.
C.W. Anderson. Wait, oh no, that was ECW. That was ECW, right?
I think he might have done some shots for ROH, but
all right, hold on. Kevin Steen.
100%.
The Young Buckaroos.
I think there's bad blood there.
Jay Lethal.
Yes.
Roderick Strong.
Yes.
See, I'm bringing the jokes, but I'm also bringing the serious. The Nazi Christopher Daniels.
I think of him more as TNA.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's all I got.
So my first class would absolutely be the Briscoes.
Mm-hmm.
Steen, possibly Generico, but not necessarily first ballot. Roddy Strong, absolutely. And then I think you do Kerry Silkin. Kerry Silkin's got to go in first. And possibly Cornette. I know it'd be unpopular, but he did facilitate the sale to
Sinclair.
Sinclair, yes, thank you. Facilitate the sale to Sinclair to keep them afloat for the next, 15 years. So,
all right.
And then I think you stretch out, the rest of the people that you can get, like your, if you could ever get a Rollins, aka Tyler Black or something like that. But Danielson's got to go and Punk's got to go for sure. Maybe Cabana, but I don't think Cabana was there. I mean, Cabana was in and out, but his biggest stuff was with Punk. I don't know.
All right.
I'm
with you.
That's my thoughts. But I mean, it's got to be Punk, Danielson. What?
My cousin wrote Roderick and Strong. Sounds like a father's rights divorce attorney firm.
True. There's a local girl that does commercials on the radio. And is your partner trying to take away your constitutional rights to your child? Yeah.
That one got me. Do you have any other wrestling news and or notes, Pumps?
No. New Japan has just started back from their shutdown due to the COVID. I'm going to AEW the 17th. They'll be here in Nashville. So
that like a fucking local, bro. Nashville.
Well, it's Tennessee Mushmouth, baby.
Yeah, down here in Nashville.
I mean, I've been here 11 years.
Nashville. I know you're from Nashville. I know.
No, I'm from Westerly, Rhode Island, sir. Don't you forget it.
Yeah, my girl was actually asking me today about our trip out there. We're gonna try to do SummerSlam, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we gotta plan that.
Well, you have my address.
Yes, I do. You know who doesn't have my address? That's a joke for Chris.
Yeah, he already made it earlier in the show.
Oh,
but I didn't get it.
Oh, yeah. A package got sent to an address that I lived at 5 years ago.
Oh, the apartment hospital. Oh,
now we're trying to. It's now in USPS limbo, and so the gumshoes have been on. I went and put a note on the door. And
was it the apartment or was it the?
No, it's the one I lived at with my buddy who went 5150 on me.
Ah, yes. That was 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Time
We've known each other a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
Shit.
Sure have.
Well, how about that? Here we are. Look at us. Who would have thought it? Not me.
Roderick Strong, father's rights divorce attorney firm. Just because you hit your wife doesn't mean you hit your kids. That's fucking funny.
This is why Chris needs to be here every week. Just saying.
All right. Well, that's all I have. Jay, we missed you this week.
Yeah, we missed you, Jay.
Shout out to producer Shay, who apparently took this week off from putting pictures of the shit we're talking about up during the show.
Because he knew it was going to be a lawless wasteland between you and I.
He knew.
I don't blame him for this one.
Last week, I was so impressed. I was like, damn, bro. Like, Shay was on it. He had, like, every time we were, boom, picture, boom. And he knew, you know what? Without Jay, I have no chance to try to. And I don't blame you.
No.
I don't blame you.
Not in the least.
Shout out to all the people who showed up to the chat tonight. We appreciate it.
Yes, chat was lit tonight. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we are pretty much, which I like. It's a slow ascend. But I think every week we're averaging 70, 80 views at the end of the day.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Ooh, do have a bit of breaking news, not to cut you off.
Uh-huh.
Final score 137, Milwaukee Bucks. Los Angeles Clippers 113.
Well, you gave up 113 points to a team with missing both their superstars. So how about that Milwaukee defense?
It's a W in the column that counts, baby. Bucks in 6.
You can find me at Nathan Has Skill and all the stuff. Pumps, where can we find you?
Pump61 on Instagram, Pump61 on Twitch. We are out here. We are fishing.
Yeah.
Sega Dreamcast. We're doing it.
We get Pumps to 10. And another week has gone by where I've said I was going to look into Twitch, and guess what?
Done nothing for it.
I've done absolutely nothing other than look at your video.
But that's okay. See, that was just a clip, though. You got to come in for the stream.
Yeah.
Got to come in for the full stream experience. We've got fishing shirt gimmicks that I can't reach. Hopefully, when I go to Rampage, Dynamite and Rampage, they tape the same night. Spoiler. I will have my New Japan Gen 5 World Championship. We did pull the trigger on that. It's being made as we speak. And hopefully my 50th anniversary tracksuit will finally show up, but who knows? So, yes, check out Jay on Rolling Out, Black Girl Nerds, Giandra LaBeouf on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Pump61 on Instagram, and on Twitch. Let's get me to partner status so I can make the monies.
Yes, there you go. All right.
Shout
out to producer Jay. Shout out to the Illuminerdi. Go peep all of the shows that we have on there.
Yep.
I mean,
interview with the Barney voice or something this week that kind of blew up.
Listen, don't expect. Listen, I love the Illuminerdi. It's awesome, but don't expect more professionalism from those shows than what you get here. So if you are expecting to see what you get here on Sunday nights at 8:00, it is vastly different than the other videos that are on the channel. Yes. Although they're very good.
We're the drunken frat house of the Illuminerdi.
We are here. They are informative. They have interviews with legends like the Barney voice. Apparently. Was that even a real thing?
Yeah.
Is that really?
Well, they got like 10,000 views.
Because I hope I'm just start saying shit we don't even have. We have got
Lon Chaney back from the dead.
We've got the dude that invented Pop-Tarts. We got interviews with them.
Yes.
We've got
Sarah Michelle Gellar will be on talking about Buffy.
Exclusive spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We've got Buffy. We've got the original Buffy on the Illuminerdi.
Who else?
Have you ever wanted listen. Anyone can get Fred and Wilma.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rookie shit.
Yeah.
Here at the Illuminerdi, we've got an exclusive interview with the voice of Betty.
Yeah.
From the original Flintstones.
Damn right. Mr. Slate.
Yeah.
All up in this shit.
Yeah, as we're doing a whole Flintstone week here at the Illuminerdi. Look out for that.
We've got the leader of the Wild Buffaloes. The Order of the Wild Buffaloes. Water Buffaloes.
I'm not saying John Goodman's going to pop in.
Yeah.
John Goodman's going to pop in. He's going to talk about the live action.
Yep.
That's going to be a thing over there. You're not going to get what you get here. Here you get wrestling.
Yeah.
And me taking bong hits and drinking
and lighting his carpet on fire.
Lighting my carpet on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Out there,
yes,
it's a different thing.
Peter Dinklage will be breaking down the Cyrano trailer.
But you're going to get stuff like Peter Dinklage coming on, and he's going to give more hot takes about the Snow White and the Seven Doors remake.
Will Peter Dinklage be in the House of Black? Tune into the Illuminerdi.
But if I got the interview, that might be a question that I might ask. But you're not going to get those you're going to get real questions out there. So
is that offensive?
I don't think so.
I don't think it would be offensive to like a
having the Seven Doors were offensive, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
Because they're not like they're portrayed as midgets. It's like dwarves. It's like a hobbit.
Yeah.
Right? So
I don't think Warwick Davis would be offended, but I feel like Peter Dinklage might be.
Well, it's interesting. At the Illuminerdi, we got Warwick Davis this week to talk about
that. We did? Oh, man.
There.
Does that mean we didn't get Ricky Gervais? Because I was really hoping for that one.
We tried. But we got Warwick Davis. So
all right. Well, I love Warwick. Get well soon, Stephen Merchant. He's not sick. I just want him to get well.
Follow all the shows on the Illuminerdi channel. You never know who's going to show up.
It could be Peter Dinklage.
But you do know who's going to show up each and every Sunday, unless one of us or two of us have something else better happening. We're here, the Illuminerdi.
I've never missed. I brought all this to Rhode Island just to not miss a show. It's me. I'm the MVP, and you're stuck with me.
Thanks for showing up, guys. Love you. Peace.
Appreciate you.
At least I have chicken.